Good morning, everybody. How is it going? Was not expecting today. I was expecting Wednesday with the Japanese live stream, but we are 15 minutes away from starting the official live stream. We have a lot of speculation going on here. Today is probably going to be the announcement for the full. It's probably going to be the announcement for the full UR event that will be coming in December. But yeah, actually, in fact, wait a second. I was going to just put up a poll. I literally was going to put up a poll asking what we think the UR was going to be, but I just want to bring this up 4 minutes ago, quite literally at the start of this stream. 4 minutes ago, this was posted on JP Twitter. Let's just pull this up for a second. Here we go. So we know somebody is going to be Lexington 2. The Blue Ghost, aircraft carrier Lexington 2 is spoiler alert. So pretty sure that will be announced today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's a little bit of a competition here between JP and CN, but generally JP is usually the one that's announcing the event outside of the Chinese anniversary and the English anniversary. Outside of those two, JP usually announces them first because Yostar's the global distributor, and then everyone follows in line. But for some reason, China decided that they're going to go 2 days early today. But JP Twitter out here, like 15 minutes before the China stream, is like, nah, we're gonna release and announce the first one. So anyway, that's the first news. So yeah, exactly. Spoilers. So we were supposed to. So last week I was like, all right, the Prelude event is here. They announced the Japanese stream on Wednesday, which is a little bit late. Usually they do the Japanese stream on Mondays. But I was like, okay, we do Wednesday. Maybe they'll do the event on Friday, because we did do an event on Friday not too long ago. I don't like that. I like events on Thursday, but events on Friday are fine. Like it's more of a adversion to change than a true negative. But anyway, so I was like, oh, maybe they'll just do it on Wednesday because they're doing an event on Friday for whatever reason in their things. But they actually did it because the CN stream took the Monday slot, which we found out a little bit later, which is interesting. And then, like I said, right now, JP Twitter is like, nah, we're still gonna get the drop. We're announcing there. Now, they didn't share whether it. Oh, they did. It is a UR. Okay, so we don't know if it's a WR event, and whether Lexington is in the gacha. I would say 99% chance that Lexington is the gacha target UR. 99% chance. Okay, but it doesn't have to be. The better chance, though, is that... The funny part is, I'm actually a little bit sad they announced it, because I was going to take this 15 minutes to talk about speculations, and my number one choice was Lexington 2. My number one choice for today's guess was Lexington 2. I had mentioned before that, technically Midway could be on the table, but Lexington 2 is the number one option. It was also the number one option among people in my Discord server for what they thought was going to be the speculation as well. So anyway, I guess the new option is, will it... I was going to put up a poll. Do you think it was going to be Midway, Iowa, Lexington 2, like things like that? And I would have voted for Lexington 2. But I guess I... Anyway, the new question is, will this event have two or more, I guess, technically, URs. Maybe there's a third UR. Maybe this is the first triple UR event. All right, so let's start that poll. Let's see what you guys think, because obviously asking you what you think the banner UR will be, it's not really relevant anymore, now is it? We could make a poll for the second UR. The second UR is a lot harder because it's not pinned to being a capital ship. In fact, it's likely to not be a capital ship. I think Johnston is a really interesting case. I would really like to see Johnston UR, similar to Laffy 2. So, I don't know. We'll see. 88% say yes. So, y'all are pretty confident. So, just for context, last year's December UR event was a WR event. However, last year they had 2 WR events and 2 single UR events. This year we've had 2 WR events and 1 single UR event, and this is the 4th UR event. So if we're going to go with the same pattern as last year of 2 URs, 2 doubles, and 2 singles, this would be a single because last year's Japanese anniversary event was a single UR, and this year's Japanese anniversary event it was a WR. However, we might just have 3 WR events this year. That's called power creep. So I agree with you. I think it's going to be a WR event, but 88% is very high. So you guys are very confident that it's going to be a WR event. USS Alaska. So the funny part about Alaska is because think about Guam. Guam got her own UR event. So it'd be kind of funny if they power crept Guam with her sister Alaska and then made her a free UR in a WR event. That would be interesting. UR Submarine Girl, I honestly wouldn't mind it. I mean, we did just get a UR Submarine Girl not too long ago, so actually, quite literally, the last UR event was a UR Submarine Girl. So maybe not this time, but I don't hate it if it's a WR event. See, yeah, no, they already spoiled it. If you guys are just joining. JP Twitter decided that there was no way that they were going to let the China stream get the jump on us, because they literally showed Lexington. So if you're curious what Lexington looks like, here we go. They literally spoiled Lexington already. But that doesn't mean we don't have 4 other ships to get known. They might show skins today, but there's a very good chance it's just straight fog. And so we might have to wait till Wednesday to get true looks into the skins. We'll see. And then I don't think they'll be very long today. I think it's going to be nice, short and sweet. So we might not get any collabs. We might not get any merch. We might not get a bunch of any fun games. So I think it's going to be nice, short and sweet. They're probably just going to show us the 5 or 6 ships that we're getting today. And then they're probably going to show us skins, but like I said, heavily censored. So, yeah, I should just leave Lexington up. I feel like having Lexington 2. Honestly, I'm not even that sad. So now Yorktown 2 will have a friend. I'm interested to see what the U.S. carrier fleet will look like. Because now we have Lexington 2, Yorktown 2, and then we just need Enterprise 2, right? I did see someone mention Enterprise 2 as their wish when I asked people what they wanted to see today. I did see a couple people say Enterprise 2, so a little sad for those people who wanted that, but I think Lexington 2, she looks very different. So I'm actually going to give them a compliment here, because one of the biggest gripes that I had, I feel like, with when they first announced the 2s, Hornet 2 and Lexington 2, was how similar they looked, and it felt like they kind of I don't know, being lazy on the skins. It's not entirely true, but that's kind of how it felt. And so, what the heck is going on right now? Is that me? Huh. Hindenburg's over here. That's so weird. Is that happening for you guys too? Is that happening for you guys too? ND2 would have been nuclear powered. Yeah, of course it would have been. What is the meaning for us to watch JP live stream? Games, IRL skin, or IRL collabs, merchandise, and uncensored skins. So, yeah. Not even sure who the artist of Lexington is. Kinakura? I have no idea. I have to look that up myself. Do they not have it on the wiki? Let's see. Lexington. I should probably pull up the wiki because I'll probably need it potentially. The original for Lexington is Saru. which is super interesting. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the initial. So this right here is... This is the initial Lexington, for those of you who don't mind. This is the initial skin. Technically, they have this skin right here. So she only's got one paid skin. All the way. This is an old skin, too. Like, back on 2019. Oh, my gosh. Lexington hasn't got a skin since 2019? This poor girl. Okay, anyway. This is the original. That's, like, OG Azure Lane. Like, first in the game. Then we get this skin in 2019. So, still pretty old. That's, like, crazy to think that's, like, 6 years ago. Anyway. But this is the new one. This is how she will look coming in here. So, she looks quite a bit different. You're probably right that Saru's not the new artist on this. I can't, maybe, but so yeah, you are probably right that there's a big change there, aesthetically, certainly. Bro, why JP spoil you are? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I was like, JP's over here. I wonder if they were. I wonder if like. I wonder if they were supposed to be on Monday, and then China said, no, we're taking Monday, you guys take Wednesday, and then they just, like, forgot to change their upload schedule on Twitter. So, typically, right now, the JP stream would be closing up. It would be close to ending, and this would be the exact time in which, if the JP stream was at the regularly scheduled Monday, they would have been announcing this on Twitter right now, and I would have already watched the JP stream. And they would have probably announced Lexington on stream about 2 hours ago, or maybe an hour ago. Probably about an hour ago. Because the time zone between China and Japan are a little different. So it probably would have been announced about an hour ago, which means they would have posted a follow-up on Twitter. So my guess is if China bumped them from Monday to Wednesday, because they don't stream on Wednesday, ever. They've never really streamed an announcement stream on Wednesday in the JP server. So if China told them, hey, call in, blah, 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 bump, China's doing the announcement, they might have not just switched their Twitter. They might have just not, like, changed the Twitter upload schedule. Because this would have been the exact timing that they would have uploaded on Twitter if the JP stream would have happened starting about 2 hours ago. Well, yeah, CN spoiled now, too, of course. Yeah, I'm sure they did. Everyone did. So, anyway, whatever. We get one of them. That's fine. One spoiler's fun. I mean, it would be weird. They spoiled it like 15 minutes before the stream. They could have just waited for the stream, but whatever. It's fine. We get one. We'll find out the rest in about the next 30 minutes. I mean, this is the China stream, after all. They are going to put up the ships for approximately 5 seconds. So, if anyone out there wants to help me clip, go right ahead. In the China one, or in the JP stream, they typically leave it up there for like 30, 45 seconds. They talk about it. They give us a little insight about what the ship's gonna do. In the China server, they're like 5 seconds tops. Next, next, next. And they're like, we need to get out of here. And I was like, oh, okay. So if that ends up happening again today, and anyone wants to help me clip some of these, because also they don't archive any of the Chinese stuff, really. So not only will they be like 5 seconds, they won't be archived. The JP one, like I said, will be usually like 30 to 45 seconds, and they archive it afterward. This one, I might need a little help. So just giving you guys a heads up if anyone wants to help clip with me. It's all right. It's all right. It was on. See, don't waste our time. Honestly, I go back and forth all the time. I feel like sometimes I'm like, I just want to get over with. I'm like not in the mood. I just want to know what's happening. This is like the big time. But other times I'm like, you know, maybe I do want to learn how to make indigo jeans or how to grow rice. And maybe I do just want to look at some merch that looks really sick. So I go back and forth because the JPs have so much fun. Like, if you've ever been to one of my coverage of the JP anniversary stream, like those are like 48-hour double days, 12 hours each day. Like those are they're probably closer to eight hours. I'm exaggerating. They're like 8 hours each day of live coverage, and then they also have like the venues open actually longer than that. But anyway, if you've ever seen any of those are crazy. They look like so much fun, and so much detail is put into making cosplays and art and all these sort of things. And they're like, I don't know. I think they're really cool, and I have to tip my hat to the dedication and the effort that's put into them. So as much as it's like when we're at 2 a.m. and we're getting phone calls in from the fans and they're, you know, talking about Gooner stuff, I'm just like, ugh. But oh, here we go. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. Hindenburg cosplay. Do you guys need me to turn this up or not? I mean, it's gonna be in Chinese. Ooh, oh, we got Cheshire. All right, let's go. Laffy, Hindenburg. We got all the skins here. Yes, today's stream is hosted by the Chinese peeps. This is over at Manjuu. Manjuu's doing this one today. Yostar is doing it on Wednesday. Please no meta you are. Yes, actually though, Paul. I second that so much. I said Mecklenburg, didn't I? Yeah, we got Mecklenburg, Hindenburg, Laffy 2, and Cheshire. Did I not say that? These are pretty good. Nice cosplays. It's kind of funny because I feel like Mecklenburg is in my headcanon taller than most of these, but who cares? Very cute. Okay, Paul. Okay, Paul, calm down. A Washington bunny skin would actually be really cool. All right, we're at a coffee bar. Here we go. All right, rewards for today. We got cubes. We got a gold bullion. We'll probably need that gold bullion. CN players wowing off screen. Yeah. I could probably turn it up a little bit. The Lappy 2 is really tall. That's fine. Whatever. Just look at them individually. Oh, hold on.
那请我们后台工作人员操作一下，点击弹窗即可一键参与。记得开奖的时候不要离开我们直播间哦。那么暖场福利也送出了，接下来当然是上点干货了。在正式介绍我们的重磅内容之前，有请几位碧蓝航线的老朋友，让我们欢迎社畜企业家时段、韦德3位老师登场。
Oh, look at that. We got our team.
做个自我介绍吧。
I feel like I'm much more familiar with the JP team than the CN team.
大家好啊，这里是时段。
各位指挥官好，这里是制作配音剧场和剧情整合的小人动画 UP 主韦德。
再次欢迎大家。那么事不宜迟，马上给指挥官揭晓游戏的重磅内容。12月18号，碧蓝航线大型活动响彻于天穹之音。
All right, we're getting right into it.
首先为大家公开的是版本角色情报。第一个亮相的是大家已经非常熟悉的超稀有 Meta 角色。
Oh, is that Meta? We got a Meta ship? Is that Cleveland?
全新角色，稀有度是精锐的白鹰阵营轻巡洋舰帕萨迪娜。最后揭晓本次海上传奇角色中的其中一位威廉蒂伯特，来自白鹰阵营的驱逐舰。
All right, nice and quick.
几位嘉宾已经迫不及
Here we
待，
go.
似乎有不少的话想分享。我们先有请社畜企业家来聊几句吧。威廉蒂波特啊，非常熟悉的
All right, so William Porter.
加在进度条里面那位彩蛋角色。那这伏笔可
All right, so this one is William Porter.
想到这位少女竟然会是彩船。威廉蒂波特也是弗莱彻级的驱逐舰，因为他比较倒霉的经历啊，也曾闹出了不少茶余饭后的笑话。那回头我也想开一期视频，详细聊聊这位港区的老朋友。这一舰船受伤之后啊，别的先不说，感觉指挥官得注意自己的人身安全了。哎呀，指挥官的人身安全。
Yeah, Cleveland meta though. Is that Tashkent? Is Tashkent the other one?
威廉蒂波特还有一个好消息要分享一下，角色参与活动达成条件即可。
They're actually spending more time on this than normal.
将登陆岛屿计划，指挥官可以期待一下哦。OK， 接下来有请港区知名美食家时段来点评一下。我想简单聊一下帕萨迪娜啊。
Pasadena.
感觉就是2个字，可爱啊。
Oh, we don't get Pasadena. No fog today. It's just the strips today.
这尾巴这悬浮炮塔，这传奇般的铁。
All right, so we got Pasadena, we got William D. Porter.
流出一点空隙。不要宅在家里，偶尔散散步也是不错的。
啊，不愧是我们港区美食家点。
Pasadena
韦德老师有什么
is
想分享的呢？
来说说克利夫兰 Meta 吧。克利夫兰一直是玩家一个有
Oh, we got a new meta.
的角色。
We got a light cruiser meta ship.
之后，他的这个白披风变成了全黑了。但是从他的眼中还有高光来看，他应该是跟
It's Cleveland
有关系的吧。
而且它 meta 化之后的这个例会更加的帅气了，更有这个大姐。
Yeah, it looks like Cleveland meta.
预知详情就等官方正式时装吧。希望剧情党能找到自己期待的答案。最后公布的是新舰船改造，我给大家几个关键词，看看谁能猜对。
Wow.
第一个是
All right, moving quick.
啊，刚刚已经有舰船在我脑中跑出了，是凯旋吗。
Actually, Cleveland meta looks really cool.
再给你们几个提示词啊，白鹰阵营，法色。
I wonder if she's gonna be the drop, because usually the meta ships are the drop. Historically, at
白
least.
鹰阵型就不是凯旋了，凯旋应该是
Cleve bro emo.
跑出来的。
That's a good one.
谁呢？
What in the Nikkei is this?
8年的指挥官终于等到了，这是你的小可爱
So
莫
we
里。
get
没错
pink up.
新的改造。
Oh, hello, Maury.
角色改造后啊，舰装也是很酷炫的。石段老师，我看你看得很认真啊。改造后的例会，你有什么感想？
好哇，莫里改造后的例会啊，真的是
Is this a retrofit?
非常的惊艳。我得赶紧准备誓约用的钻石了。
What is
看行
this?
那么，社畜企业家来分享一下你的看法。
哎，莫里的改造真的是久等了。那既然改造都有了，伴随的换装还会遥远吗？狠狠期待住了。
Wait,
那话说回来，
so-
莫里是真的很可爱，无比期待他的改造了。
是的呢，相信指挥官一样也很期待吧。官方动态还会陆续放出更多的新角色。
Yeah, I think that's a retrofit.
介绍了
Maury
几位
retrofit.
加入
Okay.
新角色。接下来呢，到了指挥官最期待的换装期。
Okay, is this the new girls? No, this is skins.
哎呀，先
This
别
gotta be
急咱们
skins.
先来个刺激的不心动挑战。我给
This
大
has
家
to be
介绍一下
skins.
规则。接下来每位男嘉宾
Alright, what does
都
this
要
say?
含一口水，超近距离的鉴赏我们的新换装。但这个过程中
I'm gonna
一定
screenshot
要
it so
注
I
意
have
好
it
面
later
部
when
管
I
理，不要把水
inevitably
喷
move
出
the
来，
screen.
喷出来就算失败哦。本次一共有8个换装，失败一次就会贴上一张失败的贴纸。最后呢，按失败贴纸的数量结算最顶不住嘉宾。
All right, this is just
需要引用我们
new
的惩罚语料
costumes,
来，请大家进入前方游戏区域，准备游戏吧。
and there's a challenge for the male guests. They have to hold water? What does that mean? That seems like an innuendo. The male guests have to hold their water. Anyway, so they're actually doing a competition here. The male guests have to hold water. They get a failure sticker if they are defeated the most. They will be punished if they and have to drink if they fail. Okay, so we have a little game here. So they're obviously holding water.
社畜老师好像喷水了，这是当第一个喷水的角色。哎呀，衣服都湿
Oh,
了，注意一下。
there's the fail sticker. You got one of them at
时
least.
段感觉在硬憋啊，在硬憋。哎呦，时段老师，
So they're trying to do spit takes here, apparently.
哎呀，到底看到了什么细节？
They're like, all right, are these guys gonna do
给我们
spit
来看
takes?
下一张例会。
Oh, they're actually just
不错哎
instead of showing the skins, they're literally just watching the skins and doing like spit shakes, laughing and trying to not drop water out of their mouth.
眼睛不要看。
Oh, we got a second one. He got a second loser sticker.
给我们看下一张例会。哇，这个有点。
They are showing very blurred. Okay, so the skins are just like full blurred. They aren't. I don't even know if they're fogging. Are they gonna fog? Are they gonna show us with fog, or are they just gonna full blur? I guess we'll have to wait till Wednesday if they don't show us. We'll see. All right, so you can kind of see the blurs in the bottom. They haven't even told us who the skins are for either. So we're just watching these guys watch the skins. So that tells me spice. I like how Mecklenburg's over there just taking notes. Mecklenburg's cosplays over there just like taking notes. He lost one. Yeah, probably spicy skins. Wow, that man over there is full of stickers. Oh, he's doing well. Look at him. Nice, cool, calming, and composed. Alrighty. Oh, that get them all? Did all of them get that one? I can kind of see this one. In the blur, you can see whoever it is face down, legs up.
过来了，你看把我们裁军忙的。我们再看看下一张，这个也很不错。哇，这个3位老师同时破防。
Oh my gosh！
每一个老师都要补一张。哎，这个我们节目组准备的水好像不够时段老师用了。
Cheshire's just doling out the stickers.
好，我们来看下一张。 这是我们最后一张。
Does that count as more than one? That should count as more than one. That one was bad. He dropped a lot on that one. That's a cake skin. He's out of water in his mouth. He's just like, I can't lose anymore. He lost everything. And Cheshire's just doing it on their backs now.
赶紧来看一下最终计数。我们的韦德老师和色素老师都是4张。
The UR is Lexington, that is true. Why are they the only ones enjoying? Let me see this too. Well, this is China stream, so there might be some censorship here. Well, this is certainly an interesting way of doing it. Hindenburg was over here making drinks the whole time. All right, well, is this supposed to be disgusting? Like, this seems like a prize. This seems more like a prize than a loss. I'm not sure. Anyway. Alrighty then. Minus 5,000 social credit score. Drunk stream, let's go. What's your guys? All right, we're gonna end this double. You guys are pretty confident. I want to see which one's your favorite cosplay. All right, new one. Start a poll. Which is your favorite cosplay? All right, we have.
欢迎回来，接下来我们介绍这一轮的新换装。
Mecklenburg, I didn't spell that right, I don't think. Cheshire, Hindenburg, and Laffy. Alright, let's see. I think I spelled Mecklenburg wrong, but you guys will get that. No, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, well, you guys are doing that. Let's look at what we got here. Ooh, we got maid skins. Let's go. Is that Bremerton? I think that's Bremerton. Okay, we take those. The water challenge.
因为看看这舒展的身姿和修长的双腿，这白银的女仆真不一般。那话说，今年这个克利夫兰级的待遇是真不错。这次活动有这个克利夫兰 Meta， 还有这个帕萨迪纳，而之前丹佛和摩比利埃也出了新的换装。那伯明翰这次也是不甘示弱呀，不愧是老玩家，看的细节是真的多呀。
All right. They're actually spending a little bit more time. I really like this skin, by the way. I really like this maid skin. All right, which one is this? We got a new destroyer. We got Porter. We mentioned that earlier. So we got Porter for the next skin.
大家可以看一下这个名字啊，女仆服务，天翻地覆。要知道，碧蓝航讲究的啊，女仆服务后面加一个问号，这代表了什么呢？
Wait, is this is different than the one they showed earlier, which is interesting.
只能说挺激烈的啊。至于第一眼我看到的就是这个围裙部分啊，围裙部分貌似女仆见多了，但是威廉蒂波特的级别它是不一样的。
不愧是我们的美食家，点评的非常到位。另外，这个换装呢还是动态规格的哦，想不想猜猜动起来什么样子
This is William D. Porter. Yeah, it's D. Porter. Although they showed her earlier too, so I wonder if that's a skin or like now I'm confused because this is definitely very different than the one they showed earlier. Oh my gosh, is that her tongue just shaped into a heart? Her tongue just went full heart. She's like a demon. She looks like a demon.
飞机了吧？哎呀，不
So they're showing the skins they blurred before. It looks like we're showing the skins.
哟，这张卡片上的关
Yeah,
键词
we're showing the
聪
skins
明
now,
一
but
点
they haven't announced the
时段老师
ones.
刚刚看的动态，眼睛都直了。现在来个猫猫
I
主
think
题
Mecklenburg might be my
接下
favorite,
来
but
是今
chat
年的科
definitely
研团
agrees
维
with
托里奥布里
Hindenburg
贝
so
尔蒂的
far.
全新换装，同样为女
Oh,
仆
is this
时间
is this
名字为
this is
猫
our
的
new?
实时
Oh,
研
we're
究
gonna get
这是我
PR
们的
we're gonna
老
get
师来
PR
聊聊你的感
skins.
受
So Mecklenburg might actually get a new skin. I think I saw it in the blur. I think I know which one it is in the blur. This is a cute, adorable skin. I feel like sadly this is a bad Italian destroyer. I really would have liked to have this Italian destroyer be good. This is an adorable skin. Also, is that a cat toy? I'm pretty sure they have a cat toy on that.
的是逗猫棒。
They're like, here's the cat toy for the cat girl.
谢谢我们的拉菲二。刚刚呢被可爱的猫猫捕获，接下来公布的
Oh,
就是
here we
哈
go.
曼二女仆
Which
时
one is
间
this?
系列换装
Oh,
哈
is
曼
this
的被
oh
魔
more?
到底
Okay,
有
so
多
this
美
one's
味呢
Hammond?
刚刚
Or is
我们
this?
色
Well, I
素
guess
老师
I was gonna
脸
say
都憋红
technically
了
is
快
it
来分
Hammond
享一下
2,
它
but I
美味
think
如何
Hammond 2 and Hammond 1
上一位
can
是
share
猫猫女
skins,
仆
so it doesn't
那
really
我们
matter.
哈
But
曼
yes,
二
this
又
is Hammond.
何尝不是猫猫女仆呢
2 or
在
1.
我的印象里
Diner
哈曼
skins.
之前的换装都是比较
I don't know if they do
保守的
maids in
啊
American
这次
diners, but we'll
换
call
装
it. We'll
看上
take
去
it.
它就
We'll
表
take
现
it.
得非常主动了。刚才我看其他两位 UP 也是露出了非常欣慰的
Cunny is
表
back
情啊
on the
相
menu.
信都是被哈曼二的可爱给撩动了。
对的对的。屏幕前的指挥
Hey,
官
Exactly. Yeah, we saw William D. Porter and Pasadena and Cleveland. All right, so these are coming on. Oh, okay. So these are going to be coming on Thursday. So despite the JP stream being on Wednesday, we are going to just get this new event on Thursday. Okay, okay. We got Otto von Hindenburg, I believe. No, who is this? This is no, Otto von Hindenburg. That's not a ship. This is all right, so we got a new one here. This one was the one that I feel like a lot of them gasped on as well. A lot of them failed on this skin. This isn't. I mean, it is just kind of straight bondage if we're being honest.
这个还是动态的，性价比也大大的拉满呐！真的想看看它动起来的表情啊！
想看吗？
It's
想
just
看我们
auto.
现在就把动态例会端上来吧。
Don't worry, we don't need the Vaughn part.
哦，时段老师，哎，
It's
从他的表情中
Alvin
就可以看出
Schleben.
这个例会
Yes,
非
it's
常
Otto von
好，我们看下一张卡
Alvin
片。
Schleben. Exactly. Otto von Otto.
下一个呢是古比雪儿的换装，
Ooh,
的
who
蓝
is
色
this?
心情嘉年华主题。这个就让我们的韦德老师来给大家聊一聊。
This is
有什么样
Northern
的
Parliament girl.
无疑
Which one
显
is
出
this?
这个形象反差好大，她袁立慧本身是一个外表冰冷，然后内心温暖的一个少女，现在直接演都不演了，是吧？
Not interested in a
这也是
single
今天
skin
公
yet?
布的唯一一个嘉
Interesting.
年华主题哦。我们看一下第7张卡片，这是我们的倒数第2个。刚刚公布的全新角色帕萨蒂娜的动态换装
Kyobishi. Oh, hello.
放出例会的时候，可是火速斩获了所
Here's
有
a
的嘉宾
Pasadena skin.
那么帕萨蒂娜和指挥官到底
Yep,
玩的是
there's a
什么游戏
Pasadena
呢？
skin
时段你来说
for。those who are interested in Pasadena.
游戏嘛，啊，有趣，我已经闻到了游戏的味道。
那既然是动态例会，大家想不想看看呢？现在就端上来吧。
I feel like Pasadena is like. Is this like the only new one they've shown us?
哎呀，很不错啊。哎呀，这个游戏确实。
That one got a lot of them too. It was the Pasadena skin and the Otto von Alben
这是
Schleben
压轴登场的是
skin.
今年的科研船
Yeah.
维克琳达
Ooh
全新换装坐骑
Here we go.
也是画个重点啊。
I was waiting for the Mecklenburg skin. Is this L2D? It is L2D. Okay, we got an L2D Mecklenburg skin. I might bite on this one.
好好给大家掰掰
I'm not gonna lie.
来啦来啦。
I don't know. We'll see. I hope it's rental. It's an L2D plus, by the way. It's not even an L2D. Will they show us the back end of this?
就是哎，我饿了啊！每年
Interesting.
最
This
最
this
期
one
待
is
的
this
就是
one
这
is
个
interesting.
科研
It's an
团的换
L2D
装
plus
那这个形象
Mecklenburg.
我太喜欢了，而且还是这个莱瓦尔蒂
She's got the
夫
whip.
那本身她的性格
We have a chance here. I don't know. We'll see it on Wednesday. We'll see this. This will come back around on Wednesday, and we'll get another look at it. Jesus Christ.
第也端上来吧。
Oh my.
哇，我去！
I don't want to talk too much about skins because we'll get the full skins there, but I think all right, we're getting a preview here.
那么我们本
Do we get the back half? What's the plus? I want the plus.
哎，说到
Nice knowing your wallet, Kun.
维托里奥跟
Oh look, they casually just have the Mecklenburg cosplay right behind
维
him
小
too.
士还
That's
有
too good.
李米特利他们的新换装会有
I
吗
see feet I will consider. Oh my gosh, calm down.
是年底的换装啊，看出来
The Meckburger skin insta buy. I do think the Mecklenburg's the best one so far. Rental or not, I'm buying it. Okay, Marco. Some of us aren't as big with whales as you.
应该是嘉年华吧，但是他那个提不起劲的
I do wonder what the other view is. Maybe they'll show us the other view. Maybe if they don't, I hope they'll show it during the JP stream.
女仆训练班的啊，而且蒂米特里她本身就非常朝气、可爱，而且又会照顾人啊。
I like how he still has all his stickers from failing.
服侍的很好吧？
说得好啊，还是我们游戏好。毕竟现实中谁能有女仆呢？我对此知之甚少。那么接下来用色素老
Alright.
师来调调你的看法。
Alright, we'll end on the cosplays. We'll ask you, are you buying skins? Because we got most of the skins. Will you be buying any of these skins? Hindenburg cosplay is the winner, followed by Laffy 2. Cheshire's cosplay was the least liked, or at least the least favorited. But I think her cosplay is really good too. Honestly, all four of them are great. So, and the poll was actually decently close. So.
哎，快端上来吧，我已经想象不出来了。
那我屏幕前
I burned everything for all the Data Live skins, so, well.
记得锁定官方动态哦。接下来又是我们紧张刺激的天选时刻。
Alright, are we gonna announce skins or ships?
这轮啊，就让刚刚最顶不住的时段老师来抽吧。
What do we got now? He's picking things out of the box.
我抽到的是欧气满满卡。 本次我们的奖品是碧蓝航线的柴郡手办，弹幕口令是欧气加持，金光闪闪，赶快刷起来吧！
那请我们的工作人员操作一下，也祝大家欧气加持，
What do we got here?
前面给大家介绍了这么多干货内容，这里也给指挥官再放出一些。
Alright, so this is just giving up prizes
将迎来一名神秘新角色，先给大家看一下宿舍场景，一起来猜猜是谁即将入住吧。 这里啊，也给大家播放一段音频，看看谁能抢。
I like how it basically is like kind of like a Beyblade.
艾格尼斯，哎呀，没错，12月25号维护之后，艾格尼斯即将入入我们。
All right, we going into 3D dorm here.
抢答成功的社畜企业家。
Is this a gear?
艾格尼斯啊，终于有这个。
Are we getting a gear into 3D dorm? Is that what this is saying?
那经典的红黑。
I think we're getting a gear into 3D dorm.
铁血式的哥特风的感觉。然后看到的第一眼的感觉就是低调的奢华。然后看到这个红黑皮沙发呀，看看这个超大的圆形双人床。
No skin reveal for Lexington. They haven't even revealed Lexington yet. They haven't even showed a Lexington yet. Yeah, I think a gear is going to the 3D dorm here. Or the 2D dorm? A 3D dorm. Yeah, exactly. We'll see if we get a demo here. Probably not. They usually don't. I haven't heard a date either. But yeah, private quarters a gear.
艾格尼斯已经是第6位入住的舰船了。各位指挥官，你们希望下一个进入宿舍计划的角色是谁呢？把你们现在的想法打在弹幕上吧。3位嘉宾现在也可以大声喊出你们。
I'm still like waiting for the announcements of ships. I feel like they'd like skip that. Like Lexington 2 got announced on Twitter, but hasn't been announced anywhere else.
长风、杜耀寿、杨鲁斯都是很不错的选项啊。
But we still have time. Maybe they're just doing it at the end. They're saving it for the end, for that stream retention, guys. That's what they're doing. They're like, JP always does it at the beginning, and then everyone drops off. They're like, no, we're going to do it at the end. So you guys have to stay the whole time. Yeah, actually, where's Golden Liu's double L2D? That would be nice. All right, here we go.
大家知道养成系统第3期即将上线，我们将为大家带来追加情报。今天要为大家介绍的是我们温柔又害羞的赛人探索者艾普洛。根据策划透露啊，这是一个社恐又软萌的治愈系女孩，也是指挥官的。
They announced the second one? What's the blonde girl?
培养方面上，这是开放了内向和外向2个分支，
Wait,
选择
which
不同的
one?
培养倾向，将潜移默化的影响艾普洛的人生。 现在屏幕上展示的是这位萌萌的小棉袄在不同成长阶段上的生活
Oh,
建议。
there's more.
图片呢是准备出门上学的小艾普洛。
There's more. What is this game mode called? I call it the parent game mode. I'm actually interested. So they put a Manjuu on the bottom of her shoe. I wonder if that will stick into the global version, because a lot of times Yostar takes the Manjuu and turns them into Yostar symbols. All right, let's take a shot of that. I haven't really played that game mode in a while. That one wasn't too bad. I like it better than Private Quarters, at least. Yeah, a new daughter thing.
所以可可爱的艾弗洛只需要维持自己原样就可以了，不必强求改变，因为我会永远在他身边，陪着他，支持他的。
确实，我个人可能也会选择具备反差感的。
Oh, William D. Porter is the UR?
你倾向于哪一个呢？
Did they show the? Did they show that it was a UR though?
我肯定会首先把他培养成这种外向性格。那就是咋说
They didn't show there was a UR. Is it UR? It might be.
培养成那种阳光开朗的女孩，不知道。
And then I know they showed Pasadena.
我会有一种感受啊，就是老父亲的欣慰。
哦，一位内向，一位外向。那韦德老师你怎么想呢？
我的话应该会。
Yeah, Project Identity 3 is these two new girls, or one new girl, I guess.
然后慢慢长大之后就交到朋友，然后。跟朋友一起玩耍也是很有满足感的。还有就是艾普罗是一个治愈系，所以
It is confirmed William D. Porter is the so we have a UR Fletcher. Okay, that's too funny. So that makes a lot more sense. All right, I'm crazy. I'm silly. So then wait, hold on a second. So we have William D. Porter and Lexington 2 as the two URs. And then we have then we have Pasadena, but who else? That's only 3. Why did they do this? Here goes the dreams of a UR light cruiser. Yeah, no, UR light cruisers just don't exist. They just don't exist. Pasadena share with Kansas and having the most misleading color scheme. Actually, kind of, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie there.
我也是感觉我的喜好在这个过程中啊，不自觉的拓展了非常的多啊。
In hindsight, Helena 2 is a long shot. Still soon, Helena Meta's an adventure, but I don't mind Lexington.
这床铺很有中式复古的感觉。
We're still talking about private quarters here? Or are we talking about something else? Did we switch over? Yeah, Mori retrofit. But it might be a Mori too, but I think it's a retrofit. I'm pretty sure it was a retrofit when I looked at it.
哎，你现在能猜到吗？
那岂不是洞房啊？正所谓人生4大喜，久旱逢甘露，
Lexington 2,
洞房跨足夜
URCB.
然后洞房跨足夜。
Then we got.
大家都懂的。那么石头老
I'm
师
just trying to
来
like.
一下吧。
William D. Porter is not UR worthy. I would have hoped that yeah, Willie D is an interesting UR choice. William D. Porter is a UR destroyer. And then we had I guess they showed it was Cleveland Meta, right? It was Cleveland Meta that was the other one, right? Cleveland Meta, which is technically an SR light cruiser, I guess, technically.
我最喜欢那个休闲家居的睡衣系列。
我最喜欢的是
Willie D is just a meme. Do they rerun Yorktown too? It will be interesting. Yeah, Cleveland Meta was the other one, and then they had they haven't even shown off Lexington 2 on stream yet. That is 100% a fact. So the way that they announced these was so crazy. Oh, Pasadena. Pasadena is... They didn't show her rarity, did they? I don't think they showed her rarity for Pasadena, technically. We just have a big question mark on Pasadena.
期待官方的正式揭晓。
And that would be 5, right? That would be 2 URs
接下来
and
为指挥官带来的是周边情报。
no, that's
新品周
4.
边先睹为快，请
Oh
看
my
屏幕
gosh. Yeah, they just announced it on Twitter. Oh, we got a calendar though. All right, so they're just showing merch calendar. Okay, so they're pulling more of a JP book today.
那个项链确实是令人瞩目啊，而且
No elite ships? I mean, like I said, they didn't announce the
项链吊坠以奥德利亚
Ooh, hello.
纸上的羽翼为设计灵感，搭配与紫外发射相同色系的黄色。造型
what is
简约
that?
而又有一心一意。
Hello, what is
代
this?
表了与奥德利亚紫外之间的缱绻心意项链，指挥官一定非常心动。
Yeah, no golden Liu skin's kind of interesting.
缱绻心意纪念项链稍后即将开启
But
现货
that's
活动
Bismarck 2 for the
购买项链
record.
即可获赠奥德利亚紫外
Is that
发射
coming with
日
this?
光最
Are we
新的
just-
兑换卡在12月
Is
18
it me
日
or is it
日
like
后
very
可以开始
unorganized
兑换
today?
指挥官不要错过和他共
It is all over the place.
此外，该换装也会
I have a feeling this skin's gonna be very popular. I have a very, very, yeah. Whoever the Ironblood fans right now have a lot to shelve out for because their best fleet right now is Mecklenburg and Bismarck 2, and Mecklenburg and Bismarck 2 just got new skins. So to deck out your Ironblood fleets, y'all got a lot of spending to do.
给大家看一下，
Is it a ring skin? There's no way. Is it a skin for buying something?
这次的新换装，它能不能也出周边呢？
It might be a skin only if you purchase the necklace they were showing. It might be a necklace only skin, which would make it extremely expensive and valuable.
本身抱枕呐，指挥官敬请期待哦。好了，周边情报介绍到这里，更多新品周边，请关注后续周边上新情报，前往碧蓝航线旗舰店购买。下一个环节是港区冬日快闪情报。今年的港区冬日快闪，碧蓝航线将在武汉、上海、广州3地与指挥官见面。首先是武汉3场快闪，地址在武汉新天地南馆2楼中庭，时间从2025年12月27日到
Let me look
12月
this up for a
28日
second.
2天限定。
Well, they're doing this. All right, so what is this? This is an in-person collab on December 27th
哦，那
in
到时候
China.
这门口一定有女仆在迎接了。
羡慕啊！我也想看看女仆。好，接下来公布的是上海站活动地区位于杨浦区五角场的百联 ZX 造趣场，具体是在 B1 层的造趣领域，时间从2025年12月27日到2026年1月4日。特别说明一下，其中
This is all in Shanghai Mall for the record. So if any of you are going to be in Shanghai Mall in about 2 weeks, I guess you could go to this. It's kind of cool. Yeah, okay, so you get that skin for buying the necklace that they showed on screen. Yes. Just to confirm earlier to double back there. Yes. Lexington 2 and William D. Porter are the URs. That means when I come in for those who didn't show up to this stream and I go into the one on Wednesday, I can be like, "Hey, I know what the URs are." We'll have a bet. I want to see how many people on this stream pick not William D. Porter. It'll be a memory. I wonder, actually, that Bismarck skin, I don't know how you get that. I wonder if they're going to be available for global, because, like, I know a lot of people who want that skin. It's not that bad of a skin either, so I feel like they should. Cheshire Meta over here, or Cheshire has her little, that's actually a little cute. I like that thing. They showed that on the stream live page as well, so. Betting Sims 2 gets announced Wednesday. Maybe. They didn't showcase all the ships yet though.
哎，我抽到的是温暖相伴，寒冷的冬日就要回归。
Where do I get the necklace? I know, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know. We'll have to wait till JP stream because JP stream will be better. At least telling us like what we can buy or where we can buy it. They're making us come back to JP stream at least a little bit. Also, that was a really weird aside to Mecklenburg. I mean, we'll take it, but this is. Oh, we're doing a recap. We're doing a recap for the year. All right. I feel like this is an interesting recap to me because I feel like I follow more of JP and obviously Global. And I feel like I'm less in tune with what's going on in China all the time. So this is a fun recap because they had their anniversary like event too in the Shanghai Mall. Not as big as the JP one, but still pretty cool. They did this over the summer, actually. They didn't do it for their anniversary event. They did it, when did they do this? They did this for Billy Expo, or whatever it was, which was over the summer. I remember watching a little bit of this. Yeah, they did this in July. They had a concert? I didn't know about that. Impressive. Nice little recap for the year.
好，欢迎回来，日子过得真快啊！想当
I
年
think Azur Lane is not a dead game. I don't
30
think so either. I don't know what you're
这一
thinking
场
of.
都过去8年了，在这些时间里，碧蓝航
I
线
think we're doing okay. Yeah, not a small crowd at all. And by the way, the ones in global, even if you're like, oh, well, that's China, it's like even the ones in global have a lot of, like, if you've been to any of the in-person events, some of the content creators have been there. I've been to a few, so they have a lot of people there. They're super popular, so. And JP, I mean, if you watch the JP live stream, the last one for the event, for the anniversary event, it's huge place. They rented a whole place in Akihabara, 3-story building. So yeah, most gacha games only last 3 years. Yeah, we're a little bit past 3 years now.
接下来我也来说一说啊。
Yeah, New Jersey had a bunch of people. Hornet had a bunch of people. The one in France was a little bit lighter from what I hear, but it was also a much smaller ship, and they might have crowd controlled it. They might have limited it based on the number of tickets. So just because there wasn't a ton of people there, it might have just been by design.
碧蓝航线已经成为很多玩家生命的一部分了。希望游戏越来越好。
very strong fan base.
没有剧情的状态。现在我身边的玩家已经
Yeah, France was handful, but that might have literally just been by design for that small ship.
我个人也是非常期待。指挥官
Not that dead when meta players are stack wiping at PvP. Yeah, exactly. That's all our fault, right?
可以不用再战斗了，一起回家吧。好。
Yeah, I do think Azur Lane could benefit from doing a 3D game. Like a separate, completely different 3D game with the same characters, but like not a gacha. Like different game mode. It has to be a completely different game mode. I feel like Enfield is a perfect example of how to do that. All right, here we go. We're still on the 18th, so this is the update for. By the way, we on Global are going to get this on the 18th, so we're getting this on Thursday. Or Wednesday into Thursday, so. Not Azure Promelia? I mean, I'll probably try Azure Promelia, but Azure Lane Crosswave 2, please no. Crosswave is so bad. Looks at Crosswave. Crosswave was such a bad development. Don't make Crosswave, please. Just don't. That was, yeah, it's terrible. Don't do Crosswave. You know, they should just make a racing game. Make it just a Azur Lane racetrack skin. We'll just make a racing game. And just take the girls that have racetrack skins and add them to a racing game. No, Crosswave is terrible. Please don't. I think that's the end of the stream for the record. We don't talk about Crosswave. Yeah, Crosswave was a thing. Cute is a word. Is it over? It looks like it's over. I think we might be done here. Like 30 minutes in. We have, I mean, so there's still a lot of questions from me. So obviously we still have a, I feel like we have a mandate to come and watch on Wednesday to get better in sight. They actually showed more skins than I thought they were going to do. I thought it would have been absolutely hilarious if they just did the blurred skins and spit takes on the skins today, but they did show us a few of them. Yeah, I think we're like pretty close here. We got the end music where they've said goodbye. We're basically like kind of done here. Nope, they're clipping already. It's already dead. All right, so yeah, exactly. That was a speed run. They didn't even, for the record, announce they did not announce Lexington 2. Like, I want to like go back through this whole VOD because I don't believe they announced. You can tell that they really rushed it. They really did. It was unorganized. It was like 40 minutes, which is such a weird time. Like, okay. It was not like they didn't, it was weird. Like, even the clips into the ship's announcements were like 3 to 5 seconds, and they were just like, if this is the ship, William D. Porter. They didn't even show it was a UR. The only reason we know it's a UR is because of JP Twitter. That was kind of a sloppy stream, not gonna lie. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to like hate. You guys do a lot of great work. It was a little bit of a sloppy stream. Usually the JP stream is a lot cleaner than that. Even if it is going to take 2 hours for something that probably could have taken an hour. Yeah, a speed run doesn't need to be organized. So I'm okay with being fast, for the record. For the record, when they did the Chinese stream in May for the anniversary event, that was very fast, but it was very organized. And I was not sad with it. They did all the skin. Like, this felt like, I'm going to just keep spreading my rumor here. It felt like JP was supposed to do this on Monday like normal, and then China said, no, we want to do this one. Took it. The JP is still announcing the on the same schedule. That's why they're announcing ships right now. But this was very unorganized. The ships were not in sequential. The skins were all over the place. They did some, they did a little bit of a game somewhere, but like this felt very unorganized. I don't know. It felt like they were doing this last minute. I wasn't even expecting this stream. Like I said, last week, I didn't even know this stream was going to exist. I was literally going to go watch the Japanese stream on Wednesday, and I was like, oh, okay. Anyway. Yeah, usually they're fast but clean. Like, I don't mind fast. In fact, like I said earlier, sometimes I prefer it. This was just not organized and clean. This was like all over the place. And maybe partially is, me, right? Partially could have been my fault because Chinese is not a language that I speak. So it is a little bit of struggle to keep up sometimes, but it did feel very disorganized. And I have done Chinese streams like this for years, and they generally are much better than this. It was a lot of whiplash. Very much a lot of whiplash. Like I said, they didn't even... Yeah, it was also dry. It was dry. It was fast. It was unorganized. They didn't even announce Lexington 2. Lexington 2 was not even shown on the screen. Like, they did not show it. I don't know about dying, but that was not their best foot forward, that's for sure. Yeah, I hope they do a little bit better. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of want to just pretend this stream didn't exist, and then I just want to go watch the one on Wednesday, because I know that YoStar Japan is just going to knock it out of the park. They're going to be organized. They're going to do the same thing that they always do. It's going to be, I imagine it's going to be a good one. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Battleship Texas restoration should be complete by end of 2026, early 2027. Then hopefully Texas should be in game and they have an event on her deck. Thank you so much for the donation. And yes, I agree. That restoration, I'm excited for it to be done. I've actually never been to Texas, not like the ship Texas. I've never been to the ship Texas, and I want to visit. So it would be super exciting if we could see her, if I could go there next year, and if they release her in game and have an event on her, that would be super cool. There's a lot of competition for this game. That's true, and no PC client does hurt. That is true. I thought this stream was supposed to be on the 17th. So there will be a stream, by the way, on the 17th. When I end this stream, it will actually take you to that page, and you should bookmark that one. And I think, honestly, for all of our sanity's sake, I think we should probably watch that, because I don't know anything. Not anything, but this was a pretty chaotic stream here. So I'm just gonna try and like wrap up what I could have seen from today. So Lexington 2 is a URCV announced on Twitter, not even on the stream. We had William D. Porter is a UR destroyer, showcased on the stream a little bit, but largely also announced on Twitter. Then we have Cleveland Meta. She didn't have her. I assume she's going to be an SR light cruiser. It's a pretty strong assumption there. So I might hold off on I might hold off on announcing that. And then Mori, I believe, is just a retrofit. I think it's just a retrofit. But yeah, that was kind of interesting. Let's see. I'm just looking up some stuff. I'm just confirming that. So we have a retrofit. We have Cleveland Meta, which, like I said, is probably an SR light cruiser. Pasadena is just a question mark. And I guess I could probably look up what U.S. Pasadena is. Because technically, I think right now she's a submarine for... Pasadena is a Cleveland class light cruiser. So we have... she's going to be a light cruiser. Okay, that's fine. But I don't know her rarity. It's probably an SR, given what it is. Do you think the JP stream was where Lexington 2 was supposed to be announced? I think it was. Mari is DD... Oh. Okay, so her retrofit, is that actually going to upgrade her? Is she really going to a missile destroyer? That doesn't sound right. I don't remember seeing that. Good, it doesn't mean it isn't true. Yeah, I look forward to the JP stream where we'll get a little bit more context. I do think it was, yeah. Yeah, Cleveland class light cruiser, but I don't know her rarity, right? I mean, it's probably an SR. Yeah, it's a really weird live stream. It's all right. Is Pasadena an elite then? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. Is Mori a destroyer? Also, they didn't really show. So if you look at the English Twitter, you'll see that they like spoiled a bunch of stuff. They didn't really talk about that during this. They talked about a little bit, but they didn't really talk too much about it. In case you're wondering what I was talking about, let me just pull that up. All right, so if we look at like EN Twitter right now, all right, let's pull up here. So we look at this though, like they have all these like spoilers here with like Casino, Warm Milk, the hair strand. They did talk a little bit about this one, but like they didn't really do anything with these either. So anyway, they like spoiled all these, but didn't really do anything. So anyway, and like I said, they talked about Lexington, and even posted it on. Now they've posted it on general Twitter, EN Twitter. And but didn't even show her on stream. Okay. Yeah, I assume there's going to be more. There's more to be announced on JP. I think that's like I wonder if they just like I don't know, just changed like I said, I wonder if they just changed the like they're just each of them are covering a different part. All right. I don't know what I want to use for this. Azur Lane Promelia. Maybe they're just busy doing Promelia. What do you think would happen once we enter the 10th anniversary in Azur Lane? I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking Yamato is probably ripe for choosing. A decade later, probably, right? There has to be something else in the JP one, like another UR. Otherwise, it's just skins in the remaining 2 ships. They announced, so we know the 2 URs, right? We know those 2 URs, but yeah, anyway. I feel like the Chinese forced this stream due to the news. Yeah, actually, though. What if they split the stream on purpose after Wednesday? After Wednesday, it's update day. Yeah, exactly. Wednesday is update day. So we're streaming in the morning. I'm speaking for, American time zones, but we're streaming in the morning on Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, we get the shift into the update. So we'll have a data mine that same very day that we get the stream. The Bismarck skin's going to be available for gems? We'll see. So that's another thing. So in the China version, you buy it, I think, with the necklace. But we'll see how they bring it over to global. Because hopefully they do, because that skin looks very popular. Yeah, stream's already over. I'm not watching this stream anymore. I already saw the URs. They didn't even show the URs on stream. Lexington didn't even show up on stream. We know this because we're scanning Twitter. Which is crazy. It absolutely nuts. All right, let's go get some clips. All right, so this is all of Pasadena, so that's fine. We don't know the rarity of Pasadena yet, but we'll find out. Somebody might actually just show us. Yeah, it is William D. Porter. That's the new one. That's fine. Mori retrofit is added. That's fine. Let's see what else is in here. Then they just showed maid skins. Maid skins are cool. They didn't actually showcase all of the maid skins together. I can't write all of the I can't write all of the skins, but we'll just showcase the Mecklenburg one because that's the one I like. I think that's by and far my favorite of the skins. All right, so we have a geared quiet quarters. What else do we have? We had Project Identity 3.0. What else was on this? And then we just have this Bismarck skin, I guess, right? I mean, that's kind of it. We'll TBA this for there. Let's see. That's an Iron Blood one. We got a gear here. So we'll throw that up there. Maybe I should throw up. Maybe I shouldn't throw up the skin. I don't know. I'll throw up the Project Identity 3.0 because I feel like that's more newsworthy. than the skins. We'll throw that up there. All right, so that's pretty much everything so that we have for today. Yeah, at least we saw some yummy skins. I mean, I did see a skin that I probably will buy. There's a good chance. All right. So we'll do a recap as best we can, I guess. That was certainly interesting, that's for sure. All right. So, quick recap. I know a lot of you have left already, but we got 3 ships that were actually shown on stream, which is William D. Porter. That's the UR. That's this one right here. And then we had Cleveland Meta, an SR like cruiser over here, and then we have Pasadena. I don't know her rarity yet. Probably gonna be an SR, maybe an elite. I'm not sure. We know from Twitter that we're getting Lexington 2 as the second UR as CV. They didn't actually show her on stream. So yeah, we'll find out more of that later, I guess. We got a Mari retrofit. There's she might go to a missile destroyer. That's at least what some people are saying, but I didn't actually hear that officially, so we'll get confirmation on Wednesday as well. We got a gear going to we get a gear that's going to the private quarters, and then we have Project Identity 3.0 is also coming as well. So that's generally the news. We got new maid skins. I'm not probably going to show you all of them. You can go watch the archive if you want, but I will showcase potentially my favorite one. And that's this one right here. And we'll get rid of that. There you go. This is my favorite one of the ones that they announced today. We'll get uncensored versions on Wednesday, so if you want to see the uncensored versions, make sure to show up for that. And we'll get hopefully some clarity later. Hopefully. Anyway, with all that, thank you guys for watching. It was really a 40-minute stream, and then obviously I made it a little bit longer. Nice shot. Yeah, it's gonna be a WR event, and yeah. Anyway, so peace out, guys. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Hopefully we'll get some more info. Thank you guys for bearing with me on this one. A little bit more scuffed than normal. Hopefully they have a much better version on Wednesday. Take care, guys. Talk to you later.